Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello, Miss Joyce Hernandez. You got sound again? Okay. Well, let me move this camera. Oh my God. You're getting 2 views of me. And it's all because this camera over here, this one, came up first. So when I added a camera for the front view, all the sound is on this one. So I had to turn it and put it on the screen. So you want to see what I see? Ha ha, there. Now I'm out of the picture. Okay. Joyce Hernandez, hello. This is why Norman calls you the crazy lady. Ah, that's so funny. So, good morning, all my quilty friends. I did say all your names. That's too funny. I didn't realize that not using this camera actually on the screen. I mean, it's over on in the green room over here, but I didn't have it on the screen, and that's why you couldn't hear me. Hey, at least I figured it out. Romper Room is on. We got double Debs. Well, you did have double Debs. I got it. I can't tell which side of my head is got that piece of hair that keeps falling down. Cover up my big ears. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Now that you can all hear me, I did say good morning to everybody with the little romper room thing. I even got down to Joyce, all the way down to Joyce. And I'm so glad to see y'all here. I was sitting here going, I don't have nothing to show. But then I'm like, oh yeah, I do have some things to show you. I've cleaned up my area right here, right next to the computer. I cleaned that up. I threw away some baggies. You know, the kind of baggies that you get with some of your fabric that does not have the zippy lock on it. I threw all them away. Don't know why I had them still, but I did. So I threw them away. Can you believe it? I threw them away. And then I already cleaned up this area over here. I cleaned up this area right here because I got good morning, Lisa Mosley. I use it's called eMeet, EMEET. I'll type it in. Okay, there you go, Miss Lisa. And I got them off of Amazon. I have two. You don't get to see the other one very often. I have it over here. Can you see this one? I have it over here, and it is pointing to my cutie. That's why you don't get to see that one very often. Okay, I'm scooching you back over. You're seeing what I'm seeing on the screen. Okay, so let's make that bigger. All right. Miss Catherine, hello. Good morning. Okay, I've got them all. Yeah, Lisa, I got these off of Amazon and they're not expensive. I got the two cameras. This one comes with a flexible, it's got a flexible arm on it and you can bend it all over the place. See, this one is just and I just got it on there, you know. This has a little squishy thing. It's made for the camera, your phone camera, for a phone, but I put that e-meat on it. And this one is the small one. And it's just got a clip on the bottom of it, and I clip it to my desk, and then I aim it over there. And this one, I put on an arm, a big ass arm. Whoops, sorry. A big arm. And that way I can move it and I can get closer to my sewing machine with it. Good morning, Beth and Christy. How are you? Oh, and Joe. Good morning, Joe. My good morning, Joe. Cup of coffee. Oh my God, I don't know why that just popped in my head. But anyway, for some reason, I have this one hooked up to this computer because, as I was telling you, I got a new USB, I don't know what you call it, a connector, so that you can put more of these things in it, because I have to plug in this camera and this camera. I have a light box over here. I plug in my phone so I can charge my phone while I'm on the computer. I have a plug-in for my reader so I can charge it up. Oh, I thought I had hair going way crazy up there. Look at that. I thought I had it, but it's, well, let me see. It's that other romper room thing that I made. So this USB one holds more ports. It's got 5 in the back, and then it's got 2 in the front. The 2 in the front have extra power, and that's where I plug in my phone so it'll charge faster. Because just in the 10 minutes that I was here, it charged up 20 points on my battery on my phone. And then, so my husband got me that for Valentine's Day. He also got me some tracing wheels. I had to stop and think what the heck they were. For FPP, because I was watching Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore, and she uses the tracing wheels to make it easier to fold the paper. And it came in a little package. This was $8.99. I got 4 of them. I got the small one. I can't figure out where to go so you can actually see it. There you go, on my forehead. That one has little bitty teeth. And this one has spikes. Whoa, spikes, and they're kind of sharp. They're pointy, you know. So I got 4 of these because he says, I don't like getting you flowers because they die. And he says, I was getting you chocolate, but you've been so good with your diabetic stuff that I didn't want to get you chocolate. And I'm like, well, that's because when he does get me chocolate, I put it in this little tin. Indulge quilty pleasures. And the bottom says, add chocolate when necessary. And if you notice, it's empty. So I don't have any more chocolate. No chocolate. No chocolate. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Don't know what I'm going to stick in there. Let me go back to see what you all said. Did you get it from Power Tools with Thread? Did I get what from Power Tools with Thread? These tracing wheels? No. I get everything from Amazon. Amazon is usually cheaper, and we have the Amazon Prime, so we get free shipping. And I had it the next day. So that was cool. Because he ordered it. He ordered them on the 13th, and I got them yesterday. Yeah, Joe, I saw the tracing wheel thing. She didn't use the spiky one. She used this one with the smaller teeth. And she just goes along all the lines with it. She puts down a ruler, and then she draws the lines with these. And it makes it easier to fold the paper. So that's why I got those. And I was really glad he actually thought about it and didn't want to get me the other stuff and got me stuff for my quilting instead. And he's like, and it turns out this was cheaper getting this stuff than it was the flowers and chocolate. Yeah, that one looks like a ninja's throwing star. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Lisa. Oh, let's see. Miss Rita from Crystal Dragon Creations is here. And Joyce K is here. My top drawer in my sewing table is filled with chocolates. Well, mine's empty now. And I'm done with all that stuff. I do have some chocolatey sort of stuff at night after supper. It's my dessert. And they look like Reese's peanut butter cups, but Atkins makes them, and I don't think it's real chocolate. But I think it tastes better than the real Reese's peanut butter cups. I've got all my birds and flowers ready. I'm going to put them all together today. Woo! Did Honey get some treats for Valentine's Day? She got a gravy bone. I don't remember if it was chicken or beef. I don't remember. But she got a gravy bone. And she got to spend a lot of time with me because hubby didn't have to worry about getting me anything because it came early in the morning. Early, like 6 o'clock in the morning. So he grabbed it from the front porch and he brought it in. He says, Happy Valentine's Day. So I was happy and I was playing with that stuff. And then he went for a bike ride. So, yeah, it wasn't that warm, but he bundled up. Do you remember me talking about making the pug quilt that I want to make? I want to do these little silhouettes on some of the squares. Darn it. I dropped my magic mirror. Well, I have this, and this is a 6x8 fabric art panel, and it is from let's see, Jody Houghton on designs. No, Jody Houghton Designs.etsy.com. She also has it under Quilters Gifts by Jody.etsy.com. And this is what I got. There we go. Now you can see it. It says, I love pugs and pug love. And then at the bottom it says pug. I love pugs, pug love, pug. So I'm going to include this in the quilt. And from the Whole Country Caboodle, I got this one. And this one is applique pieces. So I just add them to a block. But the Whole Country Caboodle, I have been watching Hen and Chick YouTube, and they sell all the Whole Country Caboodle stuff. I don't know if the Whole Country Caboodle has their own YouTube, but she was at their shop the other day and she did a live video with them, and they have a lot more stuff. And one of them was tins, good size tins. They were, I think, $20 for but the tins were good size. I mean, they were like this big around and they were tall. Do you have any pug fabric? No. Oh, Lisa's going into her sewing room again now. Yeah, Joyce, I can't wait to see, because I finally got two birds done. I can't even think this morning. Oh, Nikki has one of those, but it's a corgi. Hi, Lori. Magestro. Did I say it right? Dun, 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 dun. I have a bunch of antique spice tins. I have them in my china cabinet. Yeah, but these are big. Y'all saw my video on my pickle jar that is full of half square triangles that were left over from all my stitch and flips. Well, that thing's full, and I gotta find another thing to use. So right now I am using this. So I gotta find something else to stick them in, because I've used all my coffee cans. Back and lurking. Oh, she got George. You're going to need to put your sunglasses on when you look at mine, because it is bright. Well, let me tell you, Miss Joyce, I have a pair of reading glasses that I bought because I intended on going out on my deck with my laptop before it died so that I could do some cross stitch that's in that second drawer right there. And I bought these, and they're reading glasses. I didn't know they made them in sunglasses, but they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. See the sides? Ooh. But I only used them like twice because it was too hot outside. When I get hot, I'm done. So they're sitting right here. They're in a case. Okay, then I have bought, there we go, double wedding ring template plate. Template set. And it comes with all these different pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. It comes with 4 different templates that you use. So that is on my list one of these times. I said it was going to be my next quilt, but I'm working on Song Sparrow now. So on Song Sparrow, I have 2 birds done. Bum, ba, bum. There's my first bird. And I thought, yeah, that bird doesn't look half bad. So that's why I kept going. And I made a second one yesterday. I think this one's even cuter. I have the other 2 already cut out, so I don't need them. And then after them, then I'm going to do the stems. I think that's what I'm going to do next. Before I do the flowers, I'm going to work on the stems, and I'm going to do half of them in the darker green and half in this green. So that's next. I intend to get the other 2 birds done today so I can go on to the stems. And then I'm going to do the flowers themselves last. Well, hey, Jessica. How are you, girl? Yeah, it's a lot of curve sewing, and I haven't done any curve sewing yet. So I've got to practice first. Oop. Oh, Lori Magestro. She has a George too. George was her divorce gift to herself over 20 years ago. I figured if men can buy boats, I can buy George. Well, by George, you can buy George. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Joanna. I think I'm caught up again. Oh, yes, I'm caught up again. Okay, so I showed you everything I got to show you. And that only took a half hour. I've still been working with the Chromebook, trying to get the front camera to work. When you go in to the camera area on there, you know how it tells you if it's on or not. It says it's on, but it's only a black screen, and I cannot figure out how because I only do 2 things on this Chromebook. I do Discord and I do Talk Studio. So I don't have nothing else to sign into and log out of to make the camera go. And I don't know what else to do now. Good morning, Melissa. Melissa runs with quilts. Yeah, Lisa, awkward quilter, she has a Moxie. I'm only allowed to call his name when my hubby isn't listening. Yeah, her hubby gets jealous of him. Good morning, Teresa. How are you? So good to see you. So I don't have anything else to show. So I have an electric stove. Have any of you ever, when you turn it on, like in the mornings, I make myself eggs. When I turn it on and it's not, I don't want to adjust the temperature with the knob. Have you ever just blown on the stovetop? Trying to get the burner to come back on. Yeah, I was doing that this morning. I know. I'm a little crazy. Oh yeah, you're all going to QuiltCon. I'm not going. So y'all got to take lots of pictures and post them. If you're not in Discord, you can go to my community page on a phone and you can post them there. Or if you're on a computer, you can go to my post and put it on there. Or you can email them to me. My email is on my About page. Does that work? If so, I will blow in my stove. Well, it seems to work for me because I wait a little bit after it's been on, and then I lean over and blow. I blow, and it comes back on. So, in my mind, yes, it's working. There was something else I was going to ask you girls if you did, and I can't remember it now. I should have written it down. Oh, Lori has a APQS George. At the time she told her family she had a new boyfriend, but he has to stay in the basement. He's not allowed upstairs. Now, my Judy, she has hers in her basement too. Yours is a glass top stove. Yes, so is mine. It's one of those ceramic stovetop or whatever you want to call them. I don't know if it's glass top or ceramic. But yeah, that's what mine is too. Because I really like the gas stoves. But when we went and bought this stove, my hubby really wanted to get an electric stove. So I'm like, okay. It sounds like you need to replace the burner. It's not that difficult. Well, no, it's not that, Joanna. I just don't want to turn the knob any higher. And I get a little impatient for my eggs. Oh my gosh. Oh, hubby also got me a new spatula for when I cook my eggs because my other one is 20 some years old and he accidentally threw it in the trash and the handle got all bent, you know. So he tried to glue it. So I'm in there making my eggs, and all of a sudden, whoop, the handle broke again. So I'm hanging on in the middle. Like this is the spatula. I'm hanging on in the middle with the spatula part sticking out here. And all of this is just dangling on me. And I'm like, I really need a new spatula. And he says, I know, I'm sorry I did that. Because he's the one that broke it. So I went on Walmart.com. I found it. I emailed it to him so he could see it when he's at the store. And he got me a new one. And it works pretty good. It's not like my old one, which that's what I was looking for, but they didn't have those anymore. Hi, Regina. How are you? My iPad died on my phone now. Oh. I am. I love eggs, and when I'm cooking them in the mornings, and if I think it's not cooking them fast enough, I will blow on the top of the stove. I don't know if it helps, but in my mind, it's helping. I kind of miss the old electric coil. So perfect for toasting marshmallows when campfires aren't available. Misty, you can still get them. Yes, you can still get them. It's just, I wanted the ceramic or glass top stove with the coils inside, because if I had a lot of dishes to do, I need some more room to put them on to dry. Good morning, Miss Sandy. Well, we ended up with the glass top because hubby wanted to try it, and I'm like, well, I don't want to, and you compromise. And so he said, now next time we get a new stove, when this one actually goes, we're going back to gas. I can control my gas. Oh, that sounds bad. I can control my gas. No, not really. I can't. Oh, you had a glass top break. Oh, that would be horrible, horrible, horrible. I just prefer my flat top. Yeah. You can run a gas stove with when electricity goes off. Yes. Yes. And I'll tell you what else is good for using the gas stove with instead of the electric, and that is cooking tortillas. So you don't have to stick them in the microwave to get them a little warm. You stick them on the burner, and it's on really low, and you leave it there until it's done, and then you flip them, and you brown the other side a little bit, and they're ready. Judy can't control her gas. Well, my private nurse always tells me, I think you just saved that for me. I said, yeah, I do. Yes, tortillas, Miss Melissa. We do it that way too. Yes. Because I used to cook my tortillas in oil all the time. Well, when I started doing all this more healthier stuff, I started just cooking them on the stovetop. Well, then something happened to that stove, and that's how we ended up with the stove that we got 2 rooms over this way. And you can't do it with the electric stove with the glass top on it. So I'm back to frying them again. But I use the spray oil, so I'm not using much with them. And then I cook them in that. Yes, it is the amount of control you have, because with my electric stove, for my eggs, I set it on 4, and that's what I cook them on. So if I turned it up even a little bit, then it keeps going, and I don't want that. I don't want it to keep heating all the time. I just wanted to do it faster. Yeah, Nikki, when I have my turkey and cheese wraps for lunch, I heat those in the microwave because it's only one. I wish apartments utilized gas, but they don't. I loved roasting peppers and tomatoes on the gas burner for salsa. Yeah, that's good doing it that way too. I love my gas cooker. I'd be hopeless with an electric cooker. Oh, Zaza, let me tell you, it took me forever to cook something without burning it. I either burn it or it was taking way too long to cook. And I'm like, oh my God. First time I cooked any eggs on it, they were runny because I didn't have the heat high enough. I think I only had it on a 2.5 or a 3. So I had to play with the dang thing to figure out what number I needed to put my knob on. Because I had it on 5, which is halfway. That was way too hot. So I kept backing off and backing off and backing off. Because actually straight on 4 is not enough. You got to go just a hair more than the 4. And then it cooks it pretty good, except for when I'm impatient and I got to blow on it. That's what I use my air fryer for, heating up something small. Well, I don't have a lot of counter space in the kitchen. The kitchen is the biggest room in our house. Yes, I said that. It's as big, if not bigger, than our living room. But there is no counter space. So after we use one of my little gadget things, and we get it all cleaned up, it goes back down to the basement. We have a big shelving unit like Lisa has for her fabric. We have that down there, and we put all of my gadgets down there. All of my crock pots. I think I have a rice cooker down there. I have 1 or 2 air fryers. I might have a small one I know I got a big one. And then what else? Oh, I have a blender down there. I have one of my blenders down there. I do have a blender up here, the Ninja one. I got that up here. And then we have extra coffee pots down there, coffee machines, because we always got to have a backup. Exact science. I have an air fryer. I never use it. I have a galley kitchen, lots of counter space. See, I don't have a whole lot. We have Okay, the kitchen is probably double the size of this. Well, I wouldn't say double. The kitchen is this size room and the bathroom that's right next door to me here. If you combine those, that's the size of my kitchen. But there are only cabinets along this wall where the stove is. Let me find my wall. Along this wall, and then as it goes over here, there's it. You only got maybe 3 feet, and you got the sink in there too. Well, you got more than 3 feet. You got 4 feet because you got room over here for a dish rack, and then you got 2 sinks, and then you have about this much counter space on that side, and then it's the refrigerator. So I have no counter space. I got 4 or 5 feet over here, and then I have another 3 to 4 feet over here. That's it. Good morning, Banana Joe. We were in somebody's live the other day, and when I called you Banana Joe, somebody said they really liked that name. And I told him, I said, Banana Joe is Giovanna. Look what I got, Giovanna. I got some tracing wheels. Get them over here so you can see them. This one has little teeth, and this one has spikies. So now, oh yeah, you remember. Can you put an island in the kitchen? Well, Judy, I suppose, but we ended up buying a display case because I didn't have any place to put my plates and cups and bowls, and I didn't have no place to put that stuff because on the upper right of this wall, upper right on this side, that's where I put all my spices and oils and salt and pepper and all that stuff is up there. And then above the stove, I have flour and sugar and all that stuff. And then on this side over here, that upper cupboard is full of different coffees and lemonade things you put in your water. And my tea, my peach tea is in there that I put in to a water bottle for me. And then on the bottom over here, I have all my casserole dishes and storage things. And then over here on this side, what I couldn't fit over here went in the bottom of this one over here. And the only thing that's in the bottom of the one on this side is under the sink. I mean, there's a Lazy Susan in the corner, but you can't put a whole lot in there because it's just a pain in the butt, let me tell you. So, I just need a new house. I need a bigger house. And my private nurse and I were talking, and we've been talking about downsizing. And I looked at him, I said, as long as I don't have to downsize my sewing room, we can downsize everything else. So last night we were sitting there talking in the living room, watching the Olympics. And I said, really, we could get rid of the couch. He says, why? I said, well, yes, it holds a lot of my project boxes. Because y'all know I got so many project boxes that I have stuff in that I started and I never finished. And then 2 of my boxes from Missouri Star Advent box, they're sitting on the couch too. My tea cakes quilt is on the couch. And I said, so all it's doing is being a storage spot for me because nobody comes to visit. So we don't need the couch for any reason like that. And he says, I don't want to get rid of the couch. I'm like, well, you're talking about going downsizing. So if we don't use it, then we shouldn't keep it. And he says, you need to go through all your clothes. I want a smaller house, but a bigger sewing room. Yeah, I would like that too. Yeah, your kitchen's small, full of stuff. That's the way mine is. Hi, Ruby. How are you? Oh, I don't see Ruby in here. I think Giovanna accidentally called Melissa Ruby. I don't like the galley kitchen. If I open the dishwasher, fridge, or oven door, Jack has to walk the other way. Down the hall, my kitchen is skinny. Yeah, I had one of those once. That was when I had just started having kids. So it wasn't that bad yet. But when I added a second kid, I'm like, oh my God, we got to find a different house. So we got a different house, which didn't have much more counter space, but the room was bigger. And I had a kitchen table in there, which I couldn't have in anything else. I still do not see Rushing Wind. I see Melissa runs with quilts. Miss Kathy Klein! Hey, hey, hey! Kathy's my neighbor. She just lives. I'm trying to think where my house is. That way. She lives that way in Illinois. I can get to Illinois in about 5 minutes from my house. Dang, I keep hitting the wrong button. She's in central Illinois, and I'm in east central Iowa. So she is straight across from me. Look, I-80's right up here. So I could get over to her real fast. I would love a bigger apartment, but knowing myself, it would be filled up all the same. Well, yeah. I just want to switch my master bedroom and sewing room. That would be cool, wouldn't it? But my hubby, he does his computers in there. And his is like mine. It's a corner one. So he doesn't want to move that again. A couple years ago, I got mobile kitchen islands. Sam's for a killer deal. The stainless steel one is in the kitchen. The nicer butcher block top is in my creative nook as my cutting table. Ah. So say I would like to switch rooms with him, but he don't wanna. Oh, Joyce K, she meant to switch her bedroom and sewing room. Small kitchens prep you for retirement. Who needs to cook? That's right. Well, in my house, hubby does all the cooking. I go in and cook myself my breakfast, and then he makes lunch and dinner, supper, whatever you want to call it. Good morning, Miss Candace. Anna, how are you, girl? I haven't seen you for a little bit. I'd love to use my downstairs family room, but that's where Jack and I watch TV, and Jack said no. Well, yeah, that's all I do in my bedroom is sleep. And I'll go in there and talk to him when he's on his computer. But that's it. Other than that, I don't go in the bedroom. Downstairs, I have a split foyer house. When you go down the stairs, there's a small room over here, and it's when we got the house, they considered that a closet, but it's much bigger. It's like half of this room. And I was going to do my craft room down there. So all of my wrapping paper is down there hanging on the wall. He did built-in shelves for me. So all my craft stuff is down there. But it's built, and I bought a discounted countertop for it. It's leaning up against the wall because we got to find something to put some drawers and stuff underneath and then put the thing on the top. But we haven't done that yet. So that's leaning up against the wall. It's stuffed with crap. That's just what it is, crap. It is stuffed. And the thing is, we have a storage unit too. And it's got pretty much full of stuff. So we want to be able to downsize so we can get rid of the storage unit altogether. I'm so glad you stopped in, Anna. Who was the other one that came in? Candace. Candace was the other one. I haven't seen you either for a little while. When I was going through my little pile over here, I found this. It's my directions to use the small flying geese ruler. And I'm like, well, I can't throw that away. But my flying geese ruler is over here. I have it in one of these things that has a hole in it. And I got it hanging over here on my... Oh, well, yeah, you can see. It's right over here. Clear on the end over here. And right next to it is a corner trimmer. I can't see who it's from. I can't read that far. When I had my eye surgery done, I had this eye made for distance and this eye for computer. So if it's not computer stuff, I can't see it over there. Not way over there. And then I have Drunkard's Path here. I have triangle ones here. Triangle ones. I got Dresden's here. I got, that's the wing templates too. And there's the small snowflake, the gingerbread. There's the small wing ones and a bunch of square ones up there. So I keep those up there. And then across the room, right there, I have a bunch of templates for other stuff. That's where my red bird is and that. Yeah, it's all there. Well, Giovanna, that's the only thing I can figure that you did. Because hers starts with runs and Ruby starts with rushing. I've been busy with family. Oh, well, that's fine because family's always first. Oh, Jessica's got to go. Mom's coming over. Gotta have time for mom. I don't have time for mom anymore because mom's gone. Next month will be her anniversary of her death. Last month was dad's anniversary. Dad's been gone 23 years. And I already told you my oldest brother, he was born on their first anniversary. He last June he celebrated being 75. He would not let us have a party for him. I thought that was a big birthday, so like, how come we're not having a party? My sister-in-law Debbie, she says he don't want one, and she says I'm not forcing it. My dad died when he died before 9 months before his birthday, so he was still 76. My dad was 76 when he died, and my brother wants to make it past my dad's age of death, so he looks like my dad. He has all my dad's features. He has his mannerisms. He does the thing with his fingers like my dad. He throws horseshoes like my dad. One day when I was at work still, I'm sitting here and I'm looking over at the people over at the county side because I worked on the state side. And I'm looking over there and I thought I saw somebody that I knew. And I went like this, and then I looked back again, and then they waved at me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm seeing a ghost. It's my dad. And so I blinked my eyes really hard, and I looked again, and then I noticed that it was my brother, not my dad, because my dad had already passed away. So I thought I was seeing a ghost. So, of course, I had to go running over there and give him a hug. And I entered, when his number was called over there, I went up with him and I introduced him to the girl that was waiting on him. Well, not girl, the lady. She's not a girl, the lady. And so I introduced him as my brother. He's my oldest brother. And he says, I already know Mary. And I said, you do? And he says, yeah, she goes to my church. And I said, ah. So after that, Mary always told me, I saw your brother. We're planning a 90th birthday for my mom. We want to make it a surprise party. Rain is always cold, even in hot weather. Yeah. Oh, what did I miss with May will be 9 years without my son. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's bad for me with both my parents gone, but I can't imagine losing a child. 58 was a bad year for my husband. That how old my husband's dad was. Yeah. So my brother would not let us do a party. So I don't know if we're going to get to do a party this June because he'll be 76. But dad was 76 and September, October, November, December, January. He was 76 and 4 months when my dad passed away. So he may wait another 4 months after he's 76 and then be like, okay, I made it. I remember dancing in the rain at night with my mom and sisters. It was fun. Yeah. April 11th, my son will be gone 9 years. Oh, see, I just can't imagine that. My papa passed at 40 when I was 5. Oh, it's just sad when you lose people. It just is. And when we moved into this house, we've been in this house since 2002. 2002 was when we moved in here. Um, February of 2002. And I wanted to put my wind chimes out there. I could not find my one big one. And I'm like, I just can't even imagine where it's at because we just moved. I mean, we had boxes everywhere. And I'm like, Dad, where in the heck did I put that thing? And my dad, he told me where it was. And I went to where he said, and it was there, and it was the big one. And so I immediately took it out and hung it up. And I'm like, whoo. Hey, Sherry, how are ya? Sherry Wiggins is in the house. April 21st, it will be 7 years you lost your husband. Oh, Joyce, I am so sorry. See, I can't imagine losing a spouse either. Now, my ex-husband, our divorce was final in 2001, and he passed away in 2008. So I had no love lost there. But my private nurse, I can't imagine losing him. Oh, Miss Amanda, I almost missed ya. How are you, girl? See, just that little bit of talking about dad, and it just, I don't get that bad when I talk about my mom. I don't get all the teary eyed and stuff. This spiky one that I got, it was all wrapped in this bubble wrap, and then it was wrapped with a small rubber band around it. I guess they didn't. I guess they might have known me. They figured I'd get hurt with it. Oh, Shirley said, good morning, Shirley. Shirley says, so you're going solo now. Yep. Yep. I will have guests on. If you want to come on with me, let me know and I'll send you the link. Same thing with Fridays. If you want to come on there with me, let me know and I'll send you the link. So I need to see how to use those tools you got. Oh, okay. Well, I have the cameras that I can use up close. This one over here, the one that's running this over here, I can hook it up to this computer or I can hook it up to the Chromebook. What the extra USB hub that I had over here that only had 4 holes in it, I put it on here on the Chromebook. Oh, let me grab it here. See, I put it on the Chromebook because the Chromebook only has one spot. So I put it over here so that I could plug in my extra cameras over here too, if I'm using the Chromebook. Okay, got that out of the way. I showed you all my stuff. So I want to get my birds finished today. I got 2 more birds to do, so I want to finish them. And then I need to cut out for the stems. And you get any more of those birds done. I got 2 done, Shirley. This was my second one. And this was my first one. I did the second one yesterday. This one here, I started it Thursday and I finished it yesterday. I had to add the top piece here and the bottom piece before I could actually say that that one was done. But I did all of this one yesterday. And I didn't sit at the sewing machine for very long yesterday. But I would, we're going into Discord after this. 9:30 to 11:30 on Lisa's Discord. And I intend to get both of the other birds done. And then tomorrow I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, but I get up early so I can cut out the stems tomorrow morning. And then I can start sewing them in the afternoon. I hate thinking of things to cook. Yeah, I tell you, that was the best thing when my husband started doing the cooking. He got to see what all the dilemmas were with trying to figure out what to cook and having to get all the stuff at the store, having to keep the staple stuff on hand. He's learned all that now. Hey, if you guys, Sandy's got all the flowers and birds done. Oh, I'll be in church at that time. Oh, okay. Hi, Brian. How are you, buddy? Yeah, how long are they going to leave that stint in there? Your chihuahua hides from him the whole time. I hope and pray all the stones are gone. Yeah, I hope they are too. You had a lot of them. I mean, you had a lot of them when they had to go in twice to bust them up and put the stints in and all that stuff. So anyway, now I still have to clean off this side of my desk. I have to find a place to put all that stuff. Because the stuff that I had over here, I put down here in my little cupboard. Yeah, my little cupboard that's full of my pen needles and my snacks for when I have lows. So I think, so I use this as a microphone. Oh, I think I'm going to sign off because it's been an hour and 15 minutes almost. And that way I can get ready for the Discord sewing. I can make myself another cup of hot tea since I can't have any more coffee. And that's only because of my creamer. My creamer has a little bit of carbs in it. So I have to have something that's carb free. And I started drinking that tea, so I'm going to have a cup of that and probably refill my water again. You go in a machine where they take lots of photos of your knee. Oh, is it like an MRI? Mm. Joydy, you need to come in Discord with us. Oh, yeah. I drink. Can you see my big cup? It's like one of those that you used to get in the hospital. Well, they don't have these big ones anymore. They're half this size. I have 3 to 4 of those a day, and they're 32 ounces. So I drink lots of water. I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and now I'm starting to drink hot tea. I have iced tea too. So I drink lots of stuff. So I will see you in Discord if you show up there. If not, have a good Sunday. I will see you again on Friday. I don't know if Jessica will be with me. I don't know if she'll have her Winter Kisses done or not. If she doesn't, she can come on with me and she can finish hers. And I'll be working on Song Sparrow, because I need to get that one done so I can work on other stuff. I do want to get back to the cutie. That's high priority on my list because I have a bunch I need to get. I have 4 of them that I have sandwiched already. And then I have a whole pile. I don't know where I put them though. I have a whole pile. I got some here and some in the kitchen that I need to sandwich so I can work on quilting them. So everybody have a great day and a good start to your week. And I will see you Friday. Friday. Have a good day, everybody. See you later.